Welcome back to Master of None. I'm doing another gear review here. This time I've got more of a generic item. I can't tell you what brand it is. There's a bunch of them out there. It's a folding shovel, like a trench shovel. It works pretty easy. This rotates, and when it goes up, it locks everything into position. When it goes down, it frees everything up enough for you then to be able to open it up into a small shovel. You then tighten this back up and lock everything in position. You know, they, like everything, they have to put like, saw teeth and stuff. Those are completely useless. I mean, I guess if this was some kind of story where you were stranded with only this shovel, I mean, well, this is dead. This is a dead tree, so it's soft, but that didn't cut into there too terribly. I guess that would take quite a while just to cut this little guy here down, but it was still better than I was expecting. So it's nice to have something like this with you, though. If you're camping and you're in a wooded area, you're gonna have to do some cleaning of the ground usually before you make your fire. So something like this is good just to move away all the debris. Same if you're sleeping on the ground, you're gonna want something to be able to clean up underneath you, and this works good for that. Dig a small hole, dig a fire pit. I know you wouldn't want to be digging all day with this thing and doing a project or anything, but you know, this hangs out on the outside of my backpack, and when needed, I break this thing out and use it. I don't camp on the ground anymore. I use a camping hammock when I camp, which I'll put that thing up and review that in a later video. But I still, you know, tend to make a couple of campfires a day when I'm out camping, so this is your tool for prepping your site usually. Also, if you want to bury your fire when you're finished with it, again, this is a good way to do that. Pretty self-explanatory otherwise. You know, it's good with that nice spade tip for doing some light digging. You can, you know, get into the ground with it if there's not a root right there, and push in and dig with it. So, you know, as far as a relatively inexpensive item to add to your gear goes, stuff like this works out pretty good. I don't use it a tremendous amount. This isn't like some of the other stuff I've shown you where I can say I've just used the heck out of this thing and I've abused it and I know it's great. In fact, like I said, I don't even know the brand of this, but a lot of companies make them and they're really common. And you know, if you go to buy something like this, read some product reviews before you go into it so you know some of the potential quality issues of the ones that you've found. The only problems with this one is actually right before the video, I had this too tight when it was all folded up and I had a hard time getting it loose. And I almost thought I wasn't going to achieve that out here. I thought I was gonna have to go back to the garage and get something on there and break it loose, but I was able to get that sorted out and get this video for you today. So this is your standard little foldable collapsible trench shovel. Not really anything else to say about it. A handy little item to have if you're camping, especially in a wooded situation that you might need to clear the ground. I kind of almost use it as a rake sometimes, and I guess I could show you a bit more. You can get in there and move leaves and debris and kind of scrape with it and clear the ground. As you can see, the ground here is pretty muddy, but you scrape everything away from the surface, and then if you need to, you can dig with it. Of course, you wouldn't be having a fire here in this ground right now. It is just way too wet. Well, you could have a fire here, but you just have to build something to actually have the fire on. So this is the shovel. This is the video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.